your rhymes all the same.
Or shall I say, I am. Mama said that there will be days just like this. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Cowboys Nation, stand tall or not at all. Come on, baby. Yup. Cowboys building. Stephen Jones way. Is that the best way, the proper way? Plus, more and more. More and more on Coach Brian Schottenheimer, Hootenheimer, your time. Come on, baby. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? And as the room fill up, be sure to hit that like button and share this content. Let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Presented to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. Your #1 law firm in the great state of Texas. The Cowboy Way. 5, 4.
Oh, look at my African American over here.
3.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not. 2. And let them wait. Let's go. Come on, baby. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? From my studios to yours, I thank everybody, man. I hope all is well. I like it, you know. Life be lifing, right? We go through our highs and lows, right? Shout out to everybody. It's the 31st of this long month. We go from a short month to a long one, right? And we get things going. Housekeeping rule, I know that there's been some tractions in the Cowboys community. I get hit up with a lot of that. I try to excuse myself due to my maturity, right? But I get it, right? There's flavors and taste for certain people. Some people like a little wild thing. Some people like the TMZ reports, you know. Some people like the people that yells into the mics and things like that. But ultimately, I look at the respect aspect of it, because we all got to get to that age, and that's why I always respect elders. I look at it from, if we can look at it like this, those convinced against their will always be of the same opinion still. I had an unbelievable moment. If you guys know, if you work contracts, if you have a ability to be around contracts, I was granted a position to be one of the leads for the UFL game, this past game. And one of the people that put me in a situation whereas I got into position because borrowed credibility. Credibility is everything. And big trust is a lot of things. So when you have the resume and you have the talk tracks and the ability to reach out and galvanize people, things come your way easily, right? So to make a longer story short, these were basically my staff, if we can say it that way. We were able to talk to Coach Bob Stoops. Shout out to him. We were able to talk to agents and beyond, being able to have field access and beyond, being able to stretch out Law Nation media, right? And it was brought to my attention. Shout out to Jalen Smith. I got some deals going on with him. And we working some great things out together from investment aspect of it. So sometimes it's bigger than the actual process, right? And you guys may have seen this guy. You know, he's one of the guys that we brought aboard to shoot the event for the Houston Gamblers versus the Dallas Renegades, right? And it's a big moment. And I want you guys to understand that this is bigger than YouTube. This is bigger than what you're seeing from Fox, ESPN. This is Law Nation Media, baby. And for it to be sullied and denigrated from hacklings of fans and stuff like that in the stadium, not to give birth to any name, it's just crazy how you guys tend to entertain foolishness, right? Because that's just life. Either you're going to go into a storm or come out of it. And just because Clarence may have a difference of opinions, he cannot, by letter of journalistic law, be a fanboy. He cannot. Let me tell you guys again. And I'm not finna make this of the melanations, of the hues, of all of this stuff. But what I get mad at and really upset about is that it's us. It's us melanated people that's fighting and saying crazy things. And now that's a direct reflection upon me. So at this point, I'm sitting here like the adversary is always busy, and you guys are entertaining foolishness. Because there's not a lot of people that can get stuff out of the mud and being able to be in certain rooms and getting the honor and respect of certain things. Now, granted, I appreciate you guys, but I encourage you guys, stop entertaining foolishness and stick to understanding that this movement is bigger than just a YouTube channel, right? And someone banging on the table saying, I'm the best. Let them be the best. I want them to be better than me. I'm just trying to live out my mom's vision and dreams. And you guys can be the reflections of the eyeballs that can help me get this way going. So all I'm saying is be careful of what y'all entertaining, because it tarnished the entirety of the people that took a long time and a hard time to get there. And understand, Clarence is Clarence. He's been here for 30 years, 30 seasons himself. He's not perfect. But if you ever get a chance to sit down and have a conversation with the man, he will do right by the conversation. But as a guy that's in this space, it's only a handful, and it's not even a handful. You can count on your hand of how many people that look like me in this field. It's not as easy as it appears to be. There are some strongholds, there are some gatekeepers, and there are some things that just because of the way you grew up or where you at that stop you from moving a little bit further, is what I'm getting at too. But nobody would never admit it because nobody wants to talk the real stuff. But when you have someone from the Cowboys community, collectively speaking, tarnishing, sullying, and denigrating, calling out people by their unnatural God-given name, what they do is they say, where my guy at?
Look at my African American over here.
That's all they do. So I get hit from the ladder of the NFL. And I have to now come down and rain upon this situation that was caught upon live air radio, and television. So don't mess it up for everyone. And I know as people will say, it's easy to just walk away. But what Clarence showed and what he don't know, we could have smite thy person just like that. But it was harder for him to bite his tongue and move away. But for some people, he's right. Come on, man. Now, we're going to get to football, but y'all just got to understand that it's bigger. It's bigger than just trying to get views. I can probably take my shirt off, put baby oil all over me right now, and spray paint my hair purple and blue, and I'll probably get 1 million views. But what you want to be known for? That? No. Let's grow up a little bit. Okay? And y'all know what I'm talking about. And at the end of the day, I want what's best for the entirety of the community, not just for me. All right? So let's get it. Appreciate y'all so much. All right, so Jerry Jones' son, Stephen Jones, he's a little spicy as of lately. You know, not the baby. Yeah, I put no Diddy to it. Yeah, yeah, yes, indeed. Or I could do the Stephen A. Smith approach, by the way, you know. To make a longer story short, they did like what we were able to present to a degree. They didn't like certain things. You know, we get measured twice. It's a hard cookie to crack right there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Jenny Taft. If you don't know, she will be joining us on the next go around. Shout out to Jake Butt for being a part of this experiment too, of being able to help him out and get things going. And it is for what it is. But I want you guys to pump the brakes. We talking about growth, you know, and going places that's beyond the realms of a U in a tube, right? This is business. This is not just a U in a tube, right? So with that being said, spicy, let's talk about spicy Stephen Jones, or in the words of my guy Big Game James, baby nuts. You know, let's talk about this, because here's what he had to say about the George Pickens situation.
You know, we're just not going to comment as we move forward on negotiations, on where that stands or anything like that.
Do you have any idea whether he will show up or
answer your question?
Okay. All right,
Damn.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
All right, man, what's going on with Stephen Jones? So basically, my whole thought track, two things can be true, right? They could be working on a deal with GP, or there could be a situation and scenario that they're going to play the long ball. It's just like stocks, trades, and all of this stuff. You only got three options, you know. All of you guys got three options. There's no other option. Either you're going to buy or sell or stay put. Them are three ways, right? And yeah, Jenny Taft, formerly of Undisputed, by the way. But we would see how, you know, their work down the stretch. Don't want to outspeak my wisdom teeth, by the way. They watching everything a Tyrone do over here, you know. But I will say this with Stephen, not A. Smith, but Jones, is that he himself is in a situation and of course in a scenario that we got to look back at this and say, all right, on one end, he's managing the funds. On the other end, he's managing the emotions. And on the third end, the Cowboys fan base, we looking at this saying, please, oh my God, please, don't stretch this out. I don't want to go to Oxnard with this black cloud of GP. Will he get paid or will he not? Will he play under the franchise tag? We got about $14 in the account. If you sign GP to a long extension, you then all of a sudden have $30 in the account. I don't know how that crazy math work, but one thing that I can say, man, I wish we had those problems, baby. You know, I wish that we can go and buy something. You know, yeah. I wish we can go buy something, right? And then in return, instead of you taking money away from you, all of a sudden it increases the money flow that you have. I wish we had those type of things in real life. You know what I mean? Because if the Cowboys got $14 million, where them dollars at? And then all of a sudden, if they extend GP, they have 30. Come on, man, let's do the right thing. I know money is going to always be the talking points, but technically when you look at the grand scheme of things, we fighting over $4 to maybe $5 million stretch out over a couple of years, right? So that's just where it is, and that's where I'm at with this whole conversational piece with Stephen Jones. Now, flipping over to flipping over to Coach, this is what Coach said on getting emotional about players and stuff, and then I'll circle back to that point. But I want to be able to get all of this out real quickly, right?
I'm happy to share with you guys. I wept. It's always good when you get phone calls or texts from your rivals in the division, Philadelphia, saying, "Why'd you take our guy?" And then being around him on the top 30 visits and some of the pro days and stuff. I mean, I think we had a home run with that. I've talked a lot about Christian and again, the conviction. That's been great. We had a big push to address the secondary. The defensive line, getting Jalen Thompson was big for us. PJ Locke's a really good football player that Christian had a lot of exposure with, wears a lot of hats on the football team, great competitor. Trading for a guy like Rashawn Gary, is a guy that I've had a lot of respect for, having played against him a number of times, both in Seattle and here. I thought that was great. We wanted to, get the defensive line inside, get bigger and square.
Hey, man. Everybody want to get bigger inside. Pause if necessary. But to that point, no homo, right? Or no diddy. You get what I'm saying? The second year of Brian Schottenheimer, before this season kicked off, last year I had him at a 5.0, right? And then midway, I was trying to gaslight myself and thinking, like, man, he's not going to do a good job. He's going to be a terrible coach. I'm trying to put that out there in my mind, right? So last year I said, man, I ain't going to give him no 7 or no 8, even though everything sounded great last year, right? The record didn't reflect. A lot of things that went on, especially within the confines of the community of the Cowboys players doing a whole bunch of other stuff with unaliving themselves. I get all of that, right? But remove all of those distractions, and we good on time, ladies and gentlemen. Truthfully put in the chat, going into the second season with Brian Schotty, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you guys place him? You can put it down. Yeah. And if you want to keep your vote privately, just DM me, right? Yeah. Put it down right now on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you at with Brian Schottenheimer? Where are you guys at with him? Far as his philosophy, his principle, where he talks, he's not going to beat people up. I see that all the way. He would literally say, man, Kenneth Murray played well last season. He would say that's K9. He's an 8 from Mike Rizzo. Appreciate you. I'm still, look, for my Facebook audience, I'm on probation, so y'all be safe over there. I don't know when they're going to let me all the way out, but I got an ankle monitor over there, basically. But 7, 7.5. I see a lot of 5s, a little 9 from Mesta. Yeah. We got can we get Sonny Styles at 12 or Lorenzo Style at the 92nd? That's rich. That's rich for the brother now. Lorenzo and them, that's kind of a little rich for him. 10 Law, okay. Scarecrow ain't scary, okay. Queen to be 7, okay. I'm surprised I hit that note off the fly right there. So it's mostly we're being optimistic with Schottenheimer, Hootenheimer, prime timer, and it's good to be that way. I like what he brings to the table. I just think that if we just give him a little bit more grace, I know that Matt Eberflus was thrown at him. Our biggest hope would be maybe we can akin this to 2020 when Kellen Moore was thrown to Mike McCarthy. And then after well, not Kellen Moore, but Kellen Moore was thrown to Mike McCarthy. Maybe we can look at it that way, and then it wasn't Kellen Moore was here when we went 12-5, wasn't he? Yeah, and then we went 12-5 again. He stayed here 2 more seasons, right? But it's maybe similar. Let's see what Brian Schottenheimer do this year. Now that we know that he got his own staff, right? the guys that he handpicked. Hopefully we can see something materialize better than what we had last season. But to be fair to Shotty, you can look at it and say the defense let us down, right? So hopefully, that's all we got, baby, is hope. And we're going to hold on. What do hope means? Hold on, pain is ending. Let's listen to it.
So,
Bobby Wagner, I'm just doing anything so he doesn't hang it up. I'm not ready for that. I know there's a divisional aspect to it. You of course have reverence for everybody in the division and him. Have there been any, what conversations have you had about Bobby Wagner?
well, I will say this. Number one, we've made some really strong runs at inside linebackers. It hasn't worked out. You're looking at one of the biggest Bobby Wagner fans in the world. Being in Seattle with him for 3 years and watching him compete and just talk trash in a good way, I love that guy. And he's still playing at a high level. So we'll see how everything works out. It's an exciting time of year, but Bobby Wagner, total stud.
Here's the thing is with Bobby, not your murder. Bobby, not Belt, but Wagner's, not Orcore, but Bobby, he is. I'm trying to ruminate a little bit to get my thoughts together. What I'm about to say. Bobby self-represent himself, if you can say it that way. Like he don't have an agent, so he does all of the talking, and he does all of the negotiation himself. Now you cut the middleman out, more money, more pie. For him. And what we can do, since Bobby is a self-representation of whatever, he don't have an agency or what have you, we can spam the hell out of him and say, Bobby, we as Cowboy fans, we can't stand the Washington team. You play for them. We kind of semi-okay with Seattle Sea Chickens, but that's okay. But, man, if you put the silver and blue and the star on the side of your helmet, you can go into any broadcasting career. You can have a whole off-year career, when you retire career. All you have to do is play for a teaspoon of games with the Cowboys silver and blue, and you'll forever be a former Cowboy Bobby Wagner. And you can do, because he's only 35, he's a young kid, the next 30 years of your life, you'll be always remembered as a Cowboy. And that's money that you can always print out and run to the bank. Now, all we're asking for, and we know that, you represent yourself, so you don't have to worry about giving 10 to 15% away. Just come our way. This man just lamented that he loved you, and bring you in, not just as a person that can help us out down the stretch. And I know we're getting a little longer in the tooth in that spot because the older the guys are, the war of attrition. But Bobby, let me knock on the wood, been in perfect bill of health for the last 7 years. Bring him in for a cup of coffee, and he can be a veteran bridge guy to help out the Overshawns of the world who's in a contract situation, right? Contract year for him. To help out the youth like the Shamar James, right? And you can still get the fame. And, yeah, Dank says a lot of commercials, right? That's the pathway that I would go. So if you guys can find Bobby's Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, MySpace, Black People Mates, Instagram, Facebook account, YouTube, wherever he's at, even if he's walking at Walmart, if y'all can pull him to the side and say, hey, Bobby, come help a brother out, man. HBO me. You know what I'm saying? And come on over here to Cowboys, silver and blue, and star to the side of the helmet. Law Nation will show you around town. And if you ever get lost in Oxnard, we can show you around there too, by the way. Come on, man. We can do some things, man, and help you get going the best way possible, Bobby. And we'll hook you up with Bobby Belt. So what's y'all thoughts on that, ladies and gentlemen? We can get things moving if we put our mind to it.
That's still just sitting out there is Bobby Wagner. So Bobby,
84 years old.
That's true. Bobby Wagner, no doubt, going to be going to the Hall of Fame. He was second team All-Pro
Oh,
2
snap.
seasons ago. So
You
not
ain't
this-
bullshitting me, ain't it? I was waiting for that, man. Lonnie! I know. Oh, yeah. Lonnie, you a real one. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did he run a 4.38? Did hold on. Excuse me. Because look, my guy said he ran a 4.38 over here, man. Did Jamad McCoy ran a 4.38? Oh, my God. You ain't bullshitting me. You know. Yeah. You ain't bullshitting. You know, because he was warming up, and like I said, that's my DB1. And I know he probably, you know how it goes. Y'all know how it goes. Y'all know how it goes. When you got your pro days, it could be a 4.58, you know. But regardless, this him warming up, this is Jamad McCoy. I had to break away. And we'll circle back to Bobby and them and Brown. Is it Bobby Brown? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bobby Wagner. Oh, he ran a 4.3. Oh, wait. Now that doesn't mean that we're gonna be able to draft him. But hear me out. With that 12th pick, come on, man. If Miami don't get itchy, right? If we can find a way to get Jamad McCoy, and then I'm hearing that they are high on Warren, McNeil, the guy with all of them damn names, right? Boy, our DB room is going to look good. And he's running without the slave. So let me see if I can find this Jamad McCoy, man, the real McCoy. And I know how y'all feel about them knees, backs, arms, and elbows and hurt guys. But sometimes you got to play. You got to play around with it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what Jamad McCoy, it should be trending, right? Okay. Is this it? Is this just a warm-up? Yeah. He's a bigger DB. Hey, we need this, bro. Yeah, I'm for real. Sometimes blessings fall right in your lap. You fool around and get him and Rebel get up to spade. Oh, my goodness, man. Where is it at? I'm looking for y'all. All I'm seeing is him jogging in place. Where he at? Come on, Jamad. There's him. Look at this smooth transactions. Transition, I meant to say. But it's transaction when he do it that way. All right, hold on. Is this it right here? Yeah. You got to tuck that elbows inside a little bit better. Arms a little too wild, man. Was that it? Shoot, if he work on his stance a little bit, keep them elbows from swinging left and right. He's a 4.32 guy, 4.33. I can get them times down a little bit better. Look at him. Look at it, left and right. He kind of swagging, tuck them damn elbows inside, and he lifted up a little bit too high. But that's okay. It ain't about track. I'm just a track guy too. But no. Oh, my God. What did he say? Yeah, I would love for this. He still is my cornerback one. I said DB1, cornerback DB. Y'all know what I meant when I was saying that. I would love to see that. Law, your boy Chill gave Rodriguez an insight on DLLLLS. Okay, I'm definitely going to check that out. McCoy at 12. Oh, okay. If McCoy is at 12, McCoy is back into place, baby. Look, King, I'm just saying, he's not a hurt guy. He was hurt 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That was 2 years ago. It was different. Now my thing is with Siobhan Revel, when we saw him, I knew that he was favoring his leg. I got videos and footages of what his father sent or what have you, and said, hey, Law, you can't share this with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I can't share the video because I trust my trusted source. Oops, I said my trusted source name. But when I saw the video, it was nothing like what I saw of Jamad McCoy. When you coming off of lower body extremities, you still got to keep your pad levels low as a DB and your shoulders square. And one of the things that you can always see out of a DB when they are favoring their leg is they standing too high because they don't want to put extra bend and pressure on it. And if you don't trust that, because it feel kind of weird, you keep that brace on, right? Because you still in your mind, you're thinking it's going to pop out, going to slip out. And I'm talking about the legs and stuff. So as a DB, the best 38-inch vertical, woo! Yeah, oh my God, man, it's getting better and better, you know what I'm saying? But that was the thing is with Revel. He had that sleeve on, man, and you don't play DB like that, you know. And my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports, pointed it out long time ago. He's a DB guy too. So we were like, all right, cool. What they trying to do, they gaslighting us, you know. And then they were saying, well, not Jamar McCoy, but Siobhan Revel should be ready week 3. And we were looking like, where is she? And then we were so bad on defense last year, man. It would have been the same result if they put me or Arthur that's in the chat, Gerald Beasley out there. It would have been the same. It would have been the same. But I like seeing this all the way. Cowboy Nation, that's my guy. That's my DB or CB1. And I love seeing this from Jamad McCoy. And the 40 is gonna really help his draft stock out. Now, if this is the case in a scenario, what are y'all thinking? What are you guys thinking now? Do you really want him on your team, or would you like to say, man, 2 tiers in a bucket, man? Give me Mansour Delane, give me Delane in them, and I like Delane. I think that with Jamad, what makes him a little bit more special, and this is just my thoughts and my opinions, is that when you get bigger body wide receivers and it's time to press and get down in that chair and you got to keep them in the cylinder, I think Jamad McCoy would do a better outcasing or showcasing of that. And I could be 1,000% wrong, man. I could be off with my analysis with that. But let me know how y'all feel like from the tape that you guys are able to see. And I know that Jamad McCoy didn't play a full calendar year last season. And we live in that realm of, hey, look at what happened the last time we went and got a guy like that. And look at Siobhan Revel. These are very much so different scenarios. But it could fall into our favor, because if anybody know how to handle the ACL and be the ACL boys, would be us. You know, we the ACL boys all day, baby. So that's how I'm looking at it. That's how I perceive it. I'm looking for my footages of them, but I don't have it here, but that's okay. That's okay. Y'all can see that. Yeah, Revel, I feel, going to play well this year. Yeah. And what most people fail to realize is, let me see what I can do here. Hold on. Let me see what I can do here. I'm a cold call him right quick. Hold on. I normally don't do this, but let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if he's gonna pick up. He might not even pick up. Hold on. Let me see if he's gonna pick up. Y'all bear with me. Let me see. I'm gonna see if he's gonna pick up. But yeah, the Cowboys literally is in a situation that they can literally have some lockdown DBs. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. All right, so he gonna call back. That's what I need, man. Is it McCoy taller and lankier than Delane? Yeah. And they run by the same spade, you know. I think there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. If we get Mansour, Delane, I think that Delane will be kicked inside. He's not a Brent Grimes type of guy. That's more of a D'Angelo Pons. But I think that and McCoy is only 20. Delane is 22. Woo! Yeah. I'll take McCoy, man, if that the case in the scenario all day. But I would not get mad at anybody to getting an LSU DB who basically Virginia Tech type of DB. I wouldn't get mad at that. But let me get back to the conversation at hand.
Past season.
Oh, buddy, y'all got me.
Shoddy was also asked about Jermod McCoy, said he will not be at Tennessee's Pro Day tomorrow, said he's done with his Pro Day tour. He was at a number of them last week, but said McCoy's workout tomorrow is very, very important, and a number of Cowboys representatives will be there to watch the Tennessee corner who tore his ACL in January of 2025. Probably work out, but maybe not run a 40.
Yeah.
Would you be comfortable with that situation, Broadus?
Well, you know what? I'd like to see him work out. That would be nice. I think the workout clips we saw the other day were him going about 80%. I'd like to see him be able to plan off that leg and stuff. Man, this seems to be like we might be a little bit behind on our workout there, though, that our rehab. You know,
which is it? Then no, I'm not taking him.
Well, if that's the case, if he's behind on his
year
workout,
plus removed, man.
Yeah, if it's one of those things where he doesn't go out there and cut it loose, and I've got him as cornerback one. That's and I will admit.
Yeah, come on, Ryan Broadus. Yeah. I thought I was out of my mind.
Oh my God.
Yeah, now great minds think alike.
This is where we fight.
Great minds think alike, man. Now, where y'all have Jamad at, you know? Do y'all have Terrell over him, Avion? Not like the water. Is that water, you know, Avion, Terrell? Or is it a situation and scenario, do you have, dare I say, Mansour Delane? And don't y'all come over here with Brandon Cisse. Don't do me like that, you know. And I like Brandon, but he ain't as aggressive as I like as a DB, especially even with that size, right? Like the pound for pound, the real dog out of this draft, believe it or not, is basically D'Angelo and them. But I'm not finna put all of that on him, right? And I like Scott. I like Keontae Scott. This draft can literally help us out tremendously, you know, and that's just for what it is, especially in that secondary, whereas we don't have to be the same team looking like what we looked like last season. My biggest problem would be, all right, we went and got a lot of ancillary pieces, man, like the Kobe Durant, and I'm not calling him ancillary as far as dog water, but we got Deion Kendricks, not Cole, and then we also have P.J. Locke and Jalen Thompson. All of those guys got transferability to play all over on that field. But where y'all at on it? Because, and then Colton Hood, he's up there. Chris Johnson, he's up there. Yep. Where y'all at, man? I need to know. Put it down. Speak now, forever hold your pace. Where y'all at, man? McCoy? List me right now. List me right now. Your top 5 DBs, man, right now. Don't tell me y'all don't know them. I know y'all been in them draft shows and everything. I know y'all been listening to draft heads. Yeah. I need to know. Downs. No. We ain't talking about the safeties and stuff, man. We just talking about pure cornerbacks. You know, safety room is a whole nother conversation. Yeah. Where y'all at? Let me see. Muhammad, he got them ironing board hips. He gonna have to get a little bit looser. Now, Muhammad, he got some workability. You can probably work on Malik Muhammad. Now, I know who exactly you're talking about. Shout out to Malik Muhammad, but I really don't see him as a top 5. And he could be. You know, the draft is always a strange lady. Okay. Y'all like Muhammad like that? I didn't. Boy, let me take my drink over here. Give me some. Yeah. Take my drink over here. Delane, McCoy, Terrell, Zay Johnson. Take McCoy at 12 if he's available. Chris Johnson. Yeah, CJ. Yeah, Muhammad, he do need a sandwich. He's like 6'1". No, he's about 180 pounds. Yeah, he do need a sandwich. He do have potentials. Colton Hood, he's scrappy. He's scrappy, right? In the third, you would take him there with the 92nd pick. Let's go and listen to the rest of this.
I will have some serious doubts if my guy is not ready to go. If he doesn't go out there and cut it loose tomorrow, then I'm going to have to probably make some adjustments.
That video that he posted last week, if that's as fast as he can go,
I was told that was about 80% of what he was supposed to do.
Okay.
And then I had trainers around the league tell me, looks like he's kind of apprehensive about really getting off on that knee. So if tomorrow all of a sudden we look about like that or a little bit better, then I think that we might be in a situation. This might be a second, third round guy.
Now that's a steal if you can get him in the third round. You talking about McCoy? Shoot. Best case scenario, it would be if you can fool around and do this. Hear me out. Shout out to Botch Lombardi. Teams suck at drafting, right? And we always going to have gun under the seat guy and all of this stuff. We get that. Teams do suck at drafting, and people tend to overanalyze, right? And I'm all down for Dan Orlowski and Ty Simpson or whoever that kid is. Yeah, I'm all down for that quarterback. If somehow people listening to Dan Orlowski and he gets into the top 10, woo, it's just going to push another defensive player down for us, right? So we need another person to do something strange with some crazy things over here in this pro days that's coming up right before the draft so that they can push these players down. Now, people sometimes tend to overanalyze, which is cool. I get it. I understand it 1,000,000%. So with that being said, when you start to think about if people are saying, yeah, he looked like he's favoring that leg. He was at 80%. Yeah, but it's pro day, even though he took the sleeve off, it looked like he could still be favoring that leg. And if you can fool around and get Jamad McCoy to fall to the 20th range, now we cooking. And I ain't talking about with Frisco grease. We cooking with something more suitable than that. And that would be the steal because now that puts you in play with if Caleb Downs there at 12, it's forever going to be a super, super great situation for us. Why, Law? Because of the simple fact we could have a possibility, not saying that it will happen, that with the 12th pick, you end up having McCoy, Mansour, Downs, Dillon, all at 12. You can't get them all. That's a good problem for us. So you know what I'm doing? I'm picking up the phone, Jerry, and I'm sitting here holding that 12th spot for ransom. I will be looking at all of the teams that need defensive backs / cornerbacks, etc. And I'm on the phone saying, hey, you want one of these? I can guarantee you one. You just got to come down to where I'm at. Hey, I need to go get that drop that my guy got botched. Come on down and grab yourself a cold glass of beverage, however it goes. Because that would be the ultimate plus for us type of move, right? Because what we ultimately need to do here, and Travis, that would be crazy, right? Shout out to Travis Frederick. That would be crazy. But it's not impossible, is what I'm getting at. Teams suck at drafting. It ain't going to be somebody of a high kind of caliber of player there at 12, and we just got to be patient with this. Do not trade up to get anybody. Because ultimately, what I foresee, regardless of how it is, whether it's Mansour, Jamad, to a smaller degree, Avion Terrell, right? And then on the other side, Downs, Dynaman, Emmanuel, McNeil, Ocho, Warren, Tupac, and Biggie. That man with all of them damn names. It could be him. Some people said A.J. Hawkley. They still like him down the stretch. Zeke Weekly. You know, we should come out of this draft. Keontae Scott, I see you. We should come out of this draft with one of them. I mean, we should be leaving here with something, you know. And all of those guys are like dogs to me. Hi. Even if it's the tiny guy, D'Angelo Pounds. Because I look at it like we need grit. We need dog nasty mentality. And as bold as I say that Jamad McCoy is my CB1, if my guy was a little bit taller, you know what I'm saying? I would probably be crazy enough to say D'Angelo, but I ain't gonna go that way. I got to see him in the pros before I say that. So I'm a little coy with that one. DC for life, Gilly. Shout out to Gilly. Says keyword possible.
Wow, that would be something. Shoddy was also asked about.
Yeah. So that's how I look at it. All right, so we're moving right along. That was some great news to absolutely adhere today. All right. So let's go to this next topic. Reports Cowboys are intrigued with the ideology of bringing in Jordan Brooks. If we can't get old man River Wagner, Bobby Wagner, if we can't get old man River Bobby Wags, then we can get his young guy named Jordan Brooks, whose numbers in the last 4 or 5 years very similar, not same, to Bobby, right? And who had a perfect bill of health. This probably could cost you the 92nd pick. I'm sitting here thinking, if the Miami Dolphins don't trade him away during the draft, then they might trade him away after the draft. He'll be a premium pick after the draft. Keep in mind on your mental mindset that we did the same or similar move when it was time for us to get GP. But before we go a little bit further, I want you guys to stay in control and be in control of the moments, be in control of your movements. And when you're in control of those things, you can also control your odor. And this is the best way. I got the best product to do it this way. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control, full body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go and let's stay in control. No doubt, stay in control of your odor, and it lasts up to 72 hours. Just don't tempt it though. Don't tempt to say, hey man, I'm gonna jump in here and not wash myself because I got Mando on, because it lasts up to 72 hours. Don't do that. Don't do that. But if it's somehow, if you do put Mando on and it's been 72 hours, your choice was a perfect one, because you would be funkier without it. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. But we put Mando on everything. We get the notion that someone was, I was reading the comments while the commercial was on, and yeah. Mando for life, baby. You know, I want Mando to be synonymous with Law Nation now. So when people think Mando, they think law, or when they think law, they think Mando, right? Just like they think Cowboys. I don't have a single name of Cowboys in my name, but yeah, it's synonymous, right? But people were saying like the Miami don't make any sense to anything. Like whatever they doing in Miami land, I don't know what they got going on, right? It's literally crazy over there. And the reason why, if they on a fire sale, the reason why they would like to hold on to the best asset that they have right now is because offers tend to go crazy during the draft. But you just got to be patient. And if you are patient enough, you will say to yourself, all right, cool, I'm calling y'all bluff. But nothing moves the needle like the day of the draft, because that's when people get greedy, right? That's when people say, man, you know what? I'll pay that extra to skip the line. That's what it is. That's what it is. True story. I went to Six Flags a couple of years ago and took the kids there. I went one time without the flash pass, and I realized, man, it is definitely worth it. When you waiting in them lines, and the line is longer than Shaq's feet and Jay Leno's chin, you be sitting there thinking to yourself, man, bump all of that. Let me just go ahead and pay a little extra for the flash pass so I can get ahead of everybody. You don't want to be waiting the tip of the line at the back of it, and you sitting here thinking, man, the enthusiasm of me getting on the next ride ain't the same. But if you pay a little extra and get that flash pass, it's worth it. But they tell you 2 or 3 days before you purchase your tickets and everything, hey, you can get the flash pass. You can get the flash pass. You be like, nah, I'm good. Kids going to be okay. But the moment you get there, you sit there and say, you know what, bump all of that. Let me just get the flash pass. That's the exact same thing that Cleveland is going through, and that's the exact same thing that Miami is going through right now. They got some guys that's on their team that ain't going to do nothing for them as far as helping them lift up a Lombardi trophy or win playoff games, because they ain't going there anytime soon. We can flash past them right now and let us get Myles Garrett for the 12th and the 20th. As much as I'm talking about, yay, Jamal McCoy. Hey, Real McCoy can be on somebody else's tape. He could go to Cleveland, all I care. Give me Myles Garrett, that's all flash pass, right? Give me Jordan Brooks. That's my flash pass at this linebacker spot. Because I don't know. I like Rodriguez. I like all of these boys. But nobody going to have more experience than experience. Because a new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. And right now, you got a quarterback that's only at the edge of his career, basically. I ain't trying to cast him out, but Dak Prescott, he only got 2 to 3. And 3 is a possible. He don't have the big cards in his deck anymore. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the 6 or 7 cards, so they're just for what it is. I want to win now. And Jerry, if you're hearing me, turn that hearing aid up and take that toupee off. We want to win now, Jerry. Yes, indeed. Law, I still don't get the old broom reference, man. You young, dude. You young, my guy. You young.
Omar Kelly from the Miami Herald reports that the Cowboys have called to inquire about linebacker Jordan Brooks. So the name that we talked about for the last couple of weeks, apparently the Cowboys have made a phone call.
Yeah, and I mean, he's somebody who, if you were able to, like we talked about before I left, the price point compared to some of the other guys we've talked about, Patrick Queen, Azeez Al-Shaair, the price point, what he's put on tape over the last couple of years compared to the other guys, he would be pretty much a dream scenario, I think. And I don't think if they're willing to move on from him, I don't think it should.
Definitely better than Dean. Definitely better than
100% better than Nakobe Dean
and 100%. Quay Walker.
100%.
They 100%. Really liked Quay Walker and had a vision for him. Has put better stuff on tape than Quay Walker. They may have felt that they could tap into something more with Quay Walker, though. But no, Jordan Brooks 100% a better player than Nakobe Dean.
Mark.
Oh yeah, man. Shoot, 100%. And then he's 100% better than Quay Walker. I get Bobby. Hesitancy on that. Yeah. Someone said that the Rams are looking for a quarterback. Yeah. I can foresee if the Cowboys mess up some things, I can foresee Dak Prescott playing for the Los Angeles Rams. I can foresee that, down the stretch, 2 or 3 years from now. I can see that, Phone calls don't mean anything. Get it done. You right. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Phone calls don't mean anything. Just get it done. My thoughts on Jordan Brooks again would be that's a plus for our defense. The Cowboys are building a team their way. Their way is more of like listening into the philosophy and the principles that CP likes. Marcus Dixon, in the last 2 seasons, no one created more pressures and generated more sacks than his units. We got that on our side. The Eagles, for them to reach out to Brian Schottenheimer saying, you took my guy. That's what you're supposed to do. Rob from those who've been successful in certain categories, weaken their arsenal, weaken their truth, right? Rams can have Joe Milton. Hey. Kenyatta Brooks is a true green dot guy. Yeah. You're right, Kenyatta. He's definitely a true green dot guy. All right. Listen to this last segue before we open up the phone lines.
That's Jonathan Bullard. Mm-hmm. He is signing a 1-year, $2.5 million max deal on the day of his late grandmother Joyce's birthday, which is fitting because he said she was a hollering at the TV Cowboy fan. So a new defensive lineman added to the mix.
Yep, and
man, that means she's doing a lot of hollering. Boy. Boy, we can tell everybody where we was at in 2006, right? When that slick ball and Romo got to run it to the edge, and he almost got there. And Babineau, I think that was his name. I like, damn, Romo, cut back inside. But what really pissed me off, excuse my French if possible, is that Jason Witten got that first down in the first place. They were spot whooping us, but that's a whole nother conversation.
It's somebody who has worked with Marcus Dixon before, your defensive line coach, but we had talked about that after they moved Oso Digizua, it's like, all right, I don't know if it's a superstar, if it's just a regular old veteran, if it's a cheap option or an expensive option, but they're going to go get another defensive lineman. They have to go get a 4-technique, head-up defensive end to spot start in case they don't cover what they need to in the draft. And so that'll be Bullard. So in their base 3-4 looks, he'll play next to Quinnen and Kenny Clark, pending what they do in the draft. They could have a rookie potentially play there, but this is the whole don't expose yourself to liability. Let's try our best to cover our bases before we head into the draft. And that's the kind of signing Bullard is. But really strong run defender, veteran presence, and somebody who can give you a little bit of versatility.
Most certainly. That's that big boy right there. You see in the belly hang out over the pants and everything, that's what you want. You don't want nobody with 6-packs right now. You know what I'm saying? You want that belly hanging over. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to stop the run. He's not a very high sack production guy, but he's a fitter. He fit gaps, and he shoots upfield, and he gets to the point of contact. And that's what you want. He's a veteran bridge guy, multiple rotation guy. He knows his role. So he's not going to be banging the chest saying, hey, I want to be a starter. Nah, you fit right on in. So when Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and Toya and was it Tito and them, when they start wearing down that front, then he comes in and clean up. He might have his best season, believe it or not, here in Dallas. So that's just for what I'm saying from him, and I can't wait to see how the full picture. Remember, I said this on my last show, is that there's quality versus quantity. The Cowboys are looking at quantity in the free agency, and they're going to make sure that they hit on the quality side in this damn draft. So that's how they're looking at this overall collective picture. I can't get mad at it. We just got to wait and see what the cake going to look like when it bake, when you have CP in the kitchen on the defensive side. And, yeah, we're going to hold the brother feet to the fire, right? If he start messing up and we sitting here saying, nah, man, you're supposed to put mustard rub on that, man. You putting mayonnaise on the ribs, man. What's going on? You don't do it that way. We're going to start talking about him. So, yeah. We're going to have the cookout, and we're going to have all of that good stuff ready. But if he fool around and start playing the wrong music and stuff, we're going to talk just as bad about him than we talked about Eberflus, right? Yeah, give me some Frankie Beverly Mays in there, man. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yes, indeed. Your Temptations, get Give me some of that old school stuff, man. We want to do some good stuff at this damn cookout, right? Yeah. And not the Beyonce version of oops. Let me quit talking before I get the beehive at me. All right, Shotty said, gotta involve because teams saw and now know what we can do. Yeah. I mean, we gotta always evolve, right? You never want to be the same person you were 5 years ago, right? Unless you've been winning 5 years, So you just want to be able to make sure you get things moving and grooving in the best way possible. With that being said, I thought I had one more segment, one more deal that I want to pull up. Appreciate all of you guys. Love y'all to the stars and back. Let me see if I can pull this up. Little lofty things here. Let's see what he got here. All right, so what we have here, and I normally don't listen to this network, but they talked about Sonny Styles and us moving up trade to get Sonny Styles, trading away your future. Cowboy fans, would you be happy if you trade up for a Sonny Styles? And let's see what they say over here. Appreciate y'all.
I wouldn't do it. I'm not moving all these pieces for an off-the-ball linebacker.
You got to have a guy that you believe is really game-changing on your defense. You think about top linebackers, I played with Levante and Luke Kuechly. I'm telling you, they looking at the quarterback making all them checks, they looking right at him. Hey, y'all, get in this, because they know exactly the way you think, I can think like that, and I can go make the play. I'm not giving up all that to, like Lieb said, to get an off-ball backer.
I liked it enough that I slept on it. Sonny Styles won the combine.
He did. Yep.
He just won it. I love his resume. I love his background. It's such high draft capital when you're so needy on that side of the ball that I got to the point where, is he an edge rusher? No, he's not an edge rusher. It's not enough for me to move up in the end because he's not going to change my life.
If Sonny Styles didn't go to the combine and run 4.3,
that's a good
and
point.
Jump 45.
He did.
If he put up regular numbers,
he's not going to jump off your screen.
I don't know.
All right, so the way you weight that will be knowledge is power, right? Power is energy. Cannot be created nor destroyed. Can only be transferred. And the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. Now, I know I'm philosophical law at this point, but I want to say one of the key pieces of why we've been desolate and depleted of any levels of success is because we have a lot of key pieces on this team without knowledge. If Sean Lee had Jason Witten's blood, man, for all of these years, we'd have been good on defense because he had a lot of knowledge. And even though he could not be the fastest, swiftest guy, I guarantee you a third of you guys probably walked by Sean Lee and you wouldn't know if he was Keith Lee or Sean Lee, right? You would probably ask Sean Lee which way is to the restroom. If he's at Home Depot, hey, do you know which way the restroom is? And Sean Lee would say, hey, it's on the third aisle, take a left, because he looked like a general, he like a regular person in public, right? But the knowledge and the wisdom, I think that's where the Cowboys been missing. Now, Sonny Styles, I like him, but at the end of the day, I don't think that he's going to accumulate, shout out to Okoye, enough years of experiences right now to be able to get us over the hump. And you have to trade away draft assets for it? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Our best choice would be, the only thing to trade away would be that 92nd pick for Jordan Brooks, right? Or to hope like holy hell that no one bites the bait because Miami is wishing for too much. And then next, like the moment after the draft, then you pick up the phone and say, hey, we still got that third on the table for the 2027, pick. And I think that would be the best way to get that knowledge and wisdom and understanding on this team. Just like my guy Seabass said, I don't get the New broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get those corners. You see, these new brooms got synthetic stuff. It ain't like them old straw handles that we used to have back in the days. And them damn broomstick used to be this big. Now they small, right? You got a lot of dexterity for that new broom because people were complaining about their wrist hurt because sweeping. But that old broom, man, you just sweep so much you get calluses on your damn hand, right? Because you sweeping all day. And then don't let that wood, that splinter get in your hand. But that old broom, you hit it one time in that corner, you get all of that dirt and residue up out of the corner. Them new little old brooms, it'll take you 10 to 15 to maybe 20 swipes. That old broom can get it done in one fatal swoop, you know? So that's why I said that old broom can get them corners. And that old broom is what we needed last year as it relates to that damn linebacker room. Because a lot of times your safety feeds off your linebackers, and your linebackers supposed to feed off of your front to fit A gap, to fit B gap, to shoot through those gaps, or to slow until you know. And slow feet don't eat. So you got to be able to calibrate all of those things. And if you never had it, your team looked like what we looked like in the last 2 seasons, outside of the Costco sample sizes that we had with Eric Kendricks. So if the Cowboys need to get things going, they would not trade up the farm for Sonny Styles, even though I like Styles to make fights. Now, it's a different conversation. If Styles is there at 12, and now you have Styles, McCoy, Mansour, Delane, you have all of those options. Your biggest thing is not dancing with the first girl you see or the first lady you see. Your biggest option is to see who's going to come to you now, right? At that 12th spot, hold it for ransom because you're still missing a second-round draft pick. The name of the game, ladies and gentlemen, write this down, is try to get as many top 100 picks you can get because we got holes and we got them on different areas of this team. All right, so, yeah, an old broom is more thorough. Yeah. And I was telling you guys, all my brothers are bigger than me. I'm the shortest and the smallest in my family. My brother was so big that my mom one time, my brother had spoke back to my mom, and she took that old broom. And this was before you can just swing at something and say, hey, I'm going to call CPS, Child Protective Services, because my mom hit my brother with that damn big old broom. I'm trauma. I have trauma for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at him like, damn, he got hit on the back of the neck part with that old broom. I knew that if I acted out, if I was to take that lick, I would be out for weeks. So, yeah, them old brooms, if you ever got hit with an old broom, let me know in the chat. Old brooms, extension cords, and those little small go give me a switch. Now, them small switches will whoop you up. But if this happened while you were at work or something, and somebody hit you with an old broom, a new broom, a small switch, or a big switch, or an extension cord while you at work, ooh, let me tell you who you need to reach out to.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
214-817 every 3 your finger can dial. And if you don't have phalanges, you can always visit frankelfirm.com and talk to the AI system to get you in order to get things moving and grooving. They are backed by 100 years of experiences. They're not vampires, but they'll fight for you. I don't think they'll bite for you now, but they'll fight for you and get things moving and grooving for you in the right way. Call Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. They are located here in the heart, not Kevin Hart, but in the heart of Dallas, and that's Texas. 657-390-7391. Yeah. Who out there that went got their small switch and thinking you was smart? Them small switches, boy, they'll tear you up, man. Yes, indeed, baby. 5, 4, 3, 2. I got from the 214. My brother from another mother, Darius, you in the mix, man. Talk to me, man.
Law was happening. Hey, man, them small switches, like they deceptive.
They
like,
are.
'cause, like they got that bounce back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They stain. They stain real bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's a switch in general. It's gonna hurt either way. It's
gonna hurt,
way
man.
to get up. There's no way to get up out of it.
And you know what? I think older folks, they play that mental mindset game on you because they say, go get me that switch. And you be thinking, you be pondering like, man, I'm going to give me a small one. You know? Oh, yeah, I'm going to give me a small one. And then I'm going to try to pick out the little thorns on the sides and stuff. And shoot, they whip you up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And don't put that hand back there. Shoot, they get that hand, that pinky. Boy, you out. You on. Yeah, somebody said you on IR for a couple of days. Yeah, indeed. My mom used to be calculate. She used to calculate some things. You know, I'll never forget, fam, Darius. I was in school. I got into a fight, and and she was like, you know, she a nurse, so she got off, and she took me out. We went and got McDonald's and everything, bro. I got me a big side. I got me an apple pie. I got me a double quarter pounder with cheese and everything with French fries and the barbecue sauce. Back in the day, that's when McDonald's really doing food real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got home. I turned on my damn cartoons. I chilled. Dark Queen Ducks. Let's get dangerous, man. Yeah, man. I had a good time. I saw my brothers. They coming home from school. They're like, "Hey, how you get here already?" I said, "Don't worry about it, man. I'm good." You know what I'm saying? Boy, later on that night, I'm fooling around thinking I dapped my brothers up. I went and got in that bathtub, bro. Took that good bath, long bath, bro. Got out of that hole. Walked into my room with the damn, just a towel on. Walked in my room, looking for my whitey tighties, you know. Mama said, "Come on." Mama said, "Baby boy, come on over here, you know. Come on over here." I said, "What's going on, Mom?" "I got something to do. Why don't you go grab that belt right there?" I said, "Oh, wait a minute, Mama, hold on." The meat was still exposed over here. That getting that ass whooping, it wasn't a whooping, it was an ass whooping. When you get out of the shower or the tub was the worst one. But I had to tell somebody the story. I know I've said it many times before, but I had to say it again.
Let me tell you, bro, I remember the first time you told that story.
Man,
when I tell you, bro, that had me falling out. Bro, I laughed for like 3 days thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
The way you just described it, when you first did it, like you gave way more detail. That shit was hilarious. But nah, hey man, the switches like they just gonna hurt in general. You can't get past it. What I called you for was you was upset when you first started the stream, and you was talking about some crazy shit. I'm trying to figure out, bro, what happened?
Hey man, for those who understand, they know. You know what I'm saying.
So I'm gonna have to do some deep dive.
Yeah, you gotta do some deep dive, man. I don't want to.
What can you point me? What can you point me? Man, where can I go to check it out? I gotta find it out too.
Yeah, you gotta find it out, man.
God damn.
Yeah, I gotta find Clarence Hill, look him up, man, and see all. Like I get it, man. Me and Clarence, we roll tight, but shoot, I don't agree with a third or none of it he said. You know what I'm saying?
We know.
I be going back and forth, you know.
For sure.
Look.
Stop it.
I like, come on, Gene Jock and all of them boys. They be like, stop it. Don't try to big boy me. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me in the little classroom. But I remember when they were wrong about Quentin Williams and as well as what's the guy, Justin Jefferson. And I was saying that the Cowboys should make a move for an interior guy like Justin Jefferson. And they was like, he ain't no elite defensive tackle. You need to go watch film. I said, shoot, that's what I am. I am film. You know what I'm saying? And and I pulled it back up, and then they were like, damn, I had got him back on the Cowboys and chill. But people got to understand that, like, he's the old unk, you know what I mean? The grumpy guy. And that's all it's going to be. And Jesse Holley is the guy that played the game. that knows it. He's very passionate about what he say, and he means it, you know. But at the end of the day, them guys, they don't mean a third what they saying. You know what I mean? About, you know, what they be saying. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't mean it. They don't mean it in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you got to be impartial. You can't be like a fanboy as a journalist go in this space. You got to be impartial, you know. But it is for what it is.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna see what you talking about, what you hitting at, what you getting at.
Yeah.
But overall, I be seeing you on Cowboys Collective, and I think you got Jacob you be rolling the R's. Jacob Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that you high on him, and I also see that I think Foots and them, they high on C.J. Allen. I'm not saying I'm not a big fan of C.J. Allen. I'm just saying I think I got Anthony Hill Jr. Above both of them because, and maybe I need to check out Rodriguez. But the reason why I got Anthony Hill Jr. above them is because of his athleticism, number one, and then number two, he's like, you can use him. I want to say you can use him exactly how you use Michael Parsons, but he can play on the edge and he can give you, the middle linebacker position as well. You know what I'm saying? And just overall, to me, he's just like a better talent. But I think C.J. Allen, he's more of a waist up player play the game from the neck up, and
the mind. Yeah.
And he's a better, he's a better diagnose. He can diagnose the defense. The offense is a lot better, and he knows how to fill in those gaps. That the running back is trying to get to. But overall, that's what I had. I kind of wanted to know your opinion on that. Who is your linebacker one outside of Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese?
Right.
Like out of the guys I named, who was your favorite linebacker out of those guys and why?
All right, so we look at linebackers as, okay, you need a coverage linebacker, you need a thumper, you need a hitter. The reason why I had like Rodriguez up there because no one had more tackles than him in the last 2 seasons. If it was just a one season, one off, then I say, okay, yeah, I get that. But in the last 2 seasons, out of all of the linebackers in this class, no one forced more fumbles, no one forced more INTs or took INTs, and no one collectively had more tackles. Now, of course, different systems and different situations, I get that. I do like Anthony Hill. I think that will bring in continuity and rapport because he looks up to Overshawn. They work out together and all of that. That would be a plus for us. But what I don't want to happen if we come out of this draft without one of them, like with a C.J. Allen, a Anthony Hill, a Jacob Rodriguez, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To a point, I like Howard Perkins, even though he may not be seen and sought out as like a guy that a lot of people like, but I want my linebacker to be able to cover, hit, and talk shit. Excuse my French if I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I need
talk
that.
shit.
Yeah. I need that. And we need that. And we need for one of these linebackers to finally stay healthy. And that's why I like the linebackers of choices with Rodriguez. He's been a healthy guy too. So it's just one of those things where it's.
Oh, he haven't been hurt neither? Okay.
Nah. He
got a nice little resume.
He got a nice little situation with him in the last 2 seasons. So I just look at it like that. And he had tackles for loss. So he's a guy that's always around the ball. He's like the Mexican Sean Lee to me. So I think that will help us out, man, tremendously. And if you add in the fact of what this defensive back class is going to do too in this draft. Go ahead.
Is he projected? I think he's projected to go in the 2nd round, right?
Right. So here's the conundrum. You can't wait too late for 92, right? Because he's not going to be at the 92nd pick, and he may be too rich for 20, right? Pick 20 is too rich for him. Give me McWarren over Rodriguez, man, at that 20 if I'm going to try to get a guy, right? Because I just know that we've been voided of that area too, having that unique specimen like McWarren, even though he is a more of a safety / nickel guy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it like what we can do with that 12th pick without getting too cute to gain a 2nd round draft pick. How can we, if the perfect storm hit and we at the 12th pick and you got all of those star-studded guys there, don't trade back too far. How can we get an extra pick in the second round or move up in the third, move that third round pick up a little bit? That we have to will and deal. That's what makes this draft so special. That's what makes the draft in general a good thing, is because of the unknown.
You wouldn't just reach for Rodriguez with the first round second pick, or that goes against your draft philosophy.
Yeah, man, it goes against it a little bit because I have him pegged at the second. I know for sure he should be there on the top of the second round. It just be too rich. You may still come away with good productivity, just depending on the Cowboys draft board. If they are being true to their draft board, get him. If he's there at the 20th pick, I don't know how that draft board falls. But I just foresee that the Cowboys need to figure out how to get one of these linebackers, one of these cornerbacks, defensive backs basically, and find us an edge rusher. Those are our three areas of needs, and we need to figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, indeed. All right, Law, I appreciate you, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, Darius. Yeah.
All right.
That's my guy from the 214, man. I know I'm long-winded, guys. I'm from Mississippi. Most Mississippians, we long-winded. But I know that you guys are getting where I'm going. And there's going to be someone that'll fight me on my thoughts, and I get that. That's the whole point. Nobody knows the things that they know until they see it out there on the field, right? And then everybody say, oh, I was right on this guy. But they don't never yell out, hey, man, I was wrong on this guy. But you can see how valuable that second-round draft pick is and how we tend to sully it. No offense to Schoonmaker. No offense to him. But damn, that was a waste of the second-round draft pick. You know what I'm saying? I got my guy Donnie, man, for the 909. Man, you live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
Hey, Law, how are you doing?
Oh, man, it's your world. It's your world. Mm-hmm.
Man, I couldn't wait to talk to you because it's funny that you have showed that video about trading up for Sonny Styles and giving up the draft capital that they had talked about. And I had saw an article on NFL Network with this writer, Eric Edholm, and it was titled 2026 NFL Draft projecting win-win trade teams should make in round one. And one of the trades was involved the Commanders and the Lions. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's all they would have to give up? But then you excited me when you broke the news about Jamal McCoy.
Yeah.
And I knew he was going to kill his pro day today.
Killed it, yeah.
Aisha Morrison, Two-Eye,
Two-Eye.
She's on that show, The Stack. She's on a lot of shows, but she was on the show, specifically on The Stack, talking about that. She had inside information on Jamal McCoy. She had actually spoke to his uncle, and she said that his uncle said that Jamal was just chomping at the bit, man. He couldn't wait for his pro day to come, and his uncle said that he's going to kill it.
Yeah.
He's going to kill his pro day. He's ready.
His uncle right here in Dallas. Yes, indeed. Yeah. I know exactly who she's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they said officially, because I'm watching Draft Daily, his official time was 4:37 at his pro day. And like you said, you being a track man, with the way his arms were,
yeah, he
spread out wide,
yeah.
and when, he could definitely cut that time down. But I would be ecstatic if Jamal McCoy was there at 12. They were talking about they still think that teams are going to pick Mansour Delane first over him because the fact that he actually played last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you, Law. He's my number one corner, and this talk about him missing last year and didn't play. People forget, man. Michael Parsons didn't play his senior year because of COVID.
Facts.
So you gotta throw that out the window. There's been players that missed their seniors that didn't play the whole year, whatever the reason was.
Yep.
And they were able to come in and perform at a high level. So I don't get caught up in that. Like I said, I would be excited if Delane or Jamal McCoy was there. I really would.
Yep.
Any of those other guys, Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs.
And that's the good thing about with the 12th spot. There's 32 teams in the league. You got the 12th spot, meaning that you're going to get something good. You're right. It's going to be a good player.
Good.
Yeah, you're going to get something good. And it's going to be always like the draft never falls the way that people
Never
think
falls.
that is going to go. And then all of those draft experts, they get quiet, the day after the draft because nobody hits it right on the money. So that's part.
Exactly.
That's why I love it, because there's always going to be a team that sit there and say, you know what, Ty Simpson. They're gonna probably somebody. If Daniel Jones can get drafted in the first round, for every Joshua Allen, there's a Josh Rosen, right?
Yeah.
A Zach Wilson out there. So I know that there's going to be somebody that says, hey, we the smartest people in the room. We're going to go and get this quarterback or we're going to get this running back. It's going to be something that goes out of the norm and the surprise picks of of the draft. And I can't wait for that to happen, by the way.
Happens every year. Me and my brothers were just talking about this because my brothers are like, man, I'm tired of the draft. I just wanted to get here. And I said, yeah, it's kind of an overkill right now.
Right.
But we were saying that we're just looking forward because, like you just said, there's going to be a team that's going to draft somebody, and we're going to say, what?
What? Like,
where did that come from? It happens every year.
I never forget one year it was Marcus Davenport. They were like, who? What the Saints are doing, It's every year,
Every single year. I still say, me and you discussed this before, I do believe the Cowboys are going to trade back with the 20th slot to get more picks. I still believe that. And,
because that's House's money right there. You can stay still. Like think about this. Technically, in a normalized year of the Cowboys, we normally pick in the 20s, right? Now we got that. Now we kind of like hot or cold because what Byron Jones is of the worlds, the Guytons, the Mozzie, Who else we picked in like the late 20-ish, right around that area. Like we haven't been hitting, but I would prefer us to get extra risque with that 20th pick so we can get a second round pick. You get what I'm saying? Because we're going to need that this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one of the trade scenarios that this guy from the NFL Network, he had us trading back to the Chiefs.
Okay.
With the Chiefs. And the way he proposed it is that the Cowboys would trade back with the Chiefs. They would switch from 20 to 29. We would get their third round pick, which is 74 overall, and get both of their fifth round picks, 148 and 176. And then they would receive our fifth round pick, 152, and a seventh round pick, 218. So that was one of the trade scenarios that he was talking about. I wouldn't mind that. I'm with you. I'm greedy. I want to get that second round pick, So, but I do think they're going to trade back from 20 to pick up more picks.
I think so too, man. Donnie, you and I on the same page. And if that happened on draft night, man, of course, I'll be doing a live stream on draft day. I'm going to take a shot for you, Donnie. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah. Same here, brother.
Let me hear you say
Cowboys.
it. Oh, yeah. Come on with it.
How about the Cowboys, brother?
How about him, man? That's my guy, Donnie, from the 909. For example, I was looking at Tankathon, and it falls right on in. Okay, Cowboys will be start playing on natural grass. Oh, Jerry and them talking. You got Jerry talking. Hold tight, man. I was going to switch over to this, but I appreciate y'all, man. Do me a huge favor, man. I see in the likes, the participation is super down. I get it. You know, I'm not y'all favorite person anymore. Y'all hit that like button and share this, man, for the people that's here, man. And hype a brother HBU, man. HBU me, man. Help a brother out because the likes, the participation is down. The engagement is off, baby. I thought y'all liked me, man. Y'all don't like me no more. What I do to y'all, man? Is it the title? What I need to do better? Do I need to put timers on? Should I go live earlier? You know, y'all hit that like button, share this content. And let's see what we can get from here. Let me listen to Papa Jerry Jones and them. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Let me go to Jerry. Jerry. Here we go. Boy, they got Jerry talking now. Let me see. Well, we're going to extend the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Especially the last couple of days, the people, just some great people there. Really enjoyed working with them. Jerry, I got to see him on Sunday. So I miss him in a lot of ways, so he's, I think I've heard all the stories 10 times, so I think I'm going on the storytelling. But no, the family and just the way they treat the people working there, that's definitely something I miss. But
It's definitely not Jerry, but I decided to click on it. Y'all good? Let's go.
I'm thankful for all my experiences. The start was wild. I mean, the pandemic year was something I look back on it. I felt like I could have did a better job. We just had a lot of balls in the air. But I thought once we got the program going, I thought we kind of hit our stride there in the second year. And I really liked the direction of the team. When I left there, I liked the draft classes we put together. So I have nothing but great things to say about my experience in Dallas.
All right.
Media's a pain in the ass, but that's me.
He said the media pain in the ass.
The one negative.
Oh Lord, just like anything. Okay, let's see what Jerry. Now, how Jerry got more energy than Mike McCarthy, man? I need to get some of that reptilian blood, that Bohemian Grove stuff, because he got a lot of energy. Let's see what he's talking about, man.
Well, I don't and won't get into our planning and structure of our team and our cap, but the franchise tag is an integral part of all teams, but certainly an integral part of our strategy over the next 2 or 3 years as we look at how to keep the best players we can have. Jerry. Well,
okay, let me see.
Quack, feed
That's him on the franchise tag. Let's hear the story tales of Jerry. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, when asked about the NFL, continued to expand on how many days they play during the season and saying that the pig get fat, hogs get slaughtered. When the duck quacks, feed it. But at what cost, though? Because if you're the pigs do get fat and the hogs get slaughtered. I get that. But when the duck quacks, feed it. Well, you guys going to have to relinquish some of these things. 53-man rosters need to be 63-man rosters, right? They need to expand some freeable spaces within the confines of the season. Maybe figure out a way to have more than one bye week. There's a lot of stress on the body. Playing a football game, and they need to have a better union too. Need to have somebody that can talk and articulate themselves better. Far as the union, they need to be able to structure something where they get more than one bye week, right? And I love my Cowboys, but I fight for the last 5 to maybe 10 years on the ideology that it hurts us down the stretch of having to play, 3 games in 12 days or 3 games in 14 days. You are not finna get premium product as it relates to playing out there on the field, but we get chastised the most because nobody in the National Football League get these type of games. 3 games in 12 days, 3 games in 15. They're going to have to split that and spread it out and tell the people that's saying, well, the Cowboys get a cookie cutter schedule down the stretch. Well, tell them to the face, F them. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when we lose, they don't bring that up. But when I be bringing it up, people are like, oh, those are just excuses. Well, nobody else have to go through those things. And being televised and having the hardest part of our schedule right at that moment. This is a battle and a war of attrition. So players do dissipate. They do have the law, and no one is above the law of diminishing rates of return. So when you go through that rigor, the treacherous of a schedule, and then it's a meaningful game, and they said, well, GP, he loafs. He not giving it his all. Bull sugar. He just played 2 games 10 days ago. Football is not meant to be played like that. Y'all think that this is what Nintendo? Yeah, I'm telling you my age now. So if we're going to extend an extra game, give us Cowboy players some extra time. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm going to listen to what Jerry got to say on this point. And if y'all agree, put a 1 in the chat. If you disagree, put a 3 in the chat.
No, when the ducks quack, feed them. And we have that demand for our games. And because of the hard work, great players that we have great demand. We should address it, respond to it, and feed it. How do you?
Quack, quack, quack. Somebody feed me over here.
We've been aggressive.
Speak to those things.
We've done.
This is Cowboys owner. If y'all can't really hear it because his voice is kind of muffled. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones on what Dallas have done this offseason and what Cowboys have left to do. This message is presented to you by Hooked on Phonics. Look how Hooked on Phonics helped me out back in the days. Boy, I can read.
We've been aggressive, and we have, relatively speaking, we've stepped up the financial requirements for what we have done. We may have exceeded, busted, whatever you want to call it, but we got some more.
Get out of that nose.
And so we're not through.
You got some more.
What are you going to do with it?
Jerry,
Get out of that nose. All right.
Participate.
All right, hold on. Let me see what Jerry's saying. So basically he has tried to squirt around the word busted, the budget, but he have made some movements financially for this team to help propel us. All right, so this, and shout out to John Machota, Machine Gun John is what I call him, one of my cohorts over here on Cowboys Collective. Be sure to check out his Twitter page, give him a like, share, and follow, and support my guy, John Machota, especially on this networking platform. All right, let's listen to Jerry on this topic. It says Cowboys Jerry Jones on if Dallas would revisit making a move for Max Crosby. Before I hit play, I behoove the Cowboys to not say a word about this, right? When draft day come, the value of those 12th and the 20th pick get very good. It goes all the way back to my flash pass analogy.
I don't anticipate standing here right now revisiting.
All right, so I read this book. I had to pause it one more time. I read this book. When they say someone lie, they look down into their left. Let me know that he looked down into his left. You know, when somebody telling a lie, they can't just say it with a straight face. They do this number. So let's see what let's look at it. Psychology. Let's look at it one more time.
I don't anticipate standing here right now revisiting that situation.
Hey, bro, you lying your ass off, man. He said, I don't, it wasn't me. You caught me in the shower. It wasn't me. Oh, my gosh. Jerry, you can't keep a straight face. What? Watch how Jerry lie again. Now, I read this book many a lies ago, man. Oh, crazy. I read this book, and I saw this movie. I think it's a movie called Lie to Me or something like that. This dude can just literally tell you lying. Watch what he do again. Watch he do again. It's to his right. No, it's to his left. It's to his left. To his left. Because our right is his left, right? There's stars on the left side of him. Watch. Let's see again. Let's see again.
I don't anticipate standing here right now revisiting that that situation. I don't anticipate it. Is it possible? Yes.
See, the guy asked him the question. See, the Pythagorean theorem states the guy over here asked him the question. He looked down in this way, and he couldn't keep a straight face, and he kept saying, way. Watch this again. It wasn't me. Caught me in the shower. It wasn't me. Now Shaggy can really do a video now. Is he still alive? Because they got AI and stuff. He can be like, man, it was AI. Shaggy, come out with a part 2. It wasn't me. Let's split it. Royalties. I will give you the high-end 60-40 split. Give me 40. Yeah, give me 40 for second creativity. Because now you can say it's the AI. Yeah, you can say it's the AI. Come on with it. Yeah. You don't have to admit to anything nowadays. You see, AI is so real now. An alien can be knocking at your front door, and people be like, man, that's AI.
I don't anticipate standing here right now revisiting that that situation. I don't anticipate it. Is it possible? Yes.
All right, this is Jerry Jones on the Cowboys won't be playing on natural grass anytime soon. Why? Why?
No, we have more flexibility with the way we handle our surface at the stadium. We have no belief that it's any safer to play on a grass.
Are you shitting me?
Are
you shitting me?
No safer. Cherry, you out your mind. Natural grass gonna always be safer, man. Talking about you have no. You get faster on turf, I get that. But anybody who played any ball knows that natural grass, that natural earth that God created is safer than that synthetic stuff. When you fall on the grass, them black beads jump out everywhere. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Now, the part of the problem, can I speak freely, is that turf is cheaper. That grass is a lot of money, man. That natural grass they roll up out there, that's a lot of money. So, yeah, you were like, nah, man, that turf good, man. What you mean you trying to get that natural stuff, Yes, indeed. Natural grass is the best way. I was going to say something like a natural. Oops, it's too soon. It's too early.
No, we have more flexibility with the way we handle our surface at the stadium. We have no belief that it's any safer to play on a grass or a turf. We are ambiguous as to the safety of it. The turf, actually, like many things, improve the economics of being able to play this game.
Dude! You didn't use that word right, fam. if I'm not mistaken, can somebody put the definition of ambiguous down in the chat for me? You can't just throw that word in there, Jerry. Come on, man. Hey, man, come on. You can't just throw. You just can't. You ain't even using the word right, man. Come on, Jerry. Jerry. You literally gave the answer to the test. Let me play it again. Let me play it again. Jerry.
Belief that it's any safer to play on a grass or a turf. We are ambiguous as to the safety of it. The turf actually, like many things, improve the economics of being able to play this game. And our players are the biggest benefactor of all. They get the best benefit of when we do good things financially. The players are benefiting. So I'm working for you, baby.
Shit. Boy, you drunk as all get out, Jerry. Jerry.
What's your point?
Hey, we talking about player safety. You talking about the economics of it. And Jerry, come on, man. Everybody who played ball, and you played ball in the 20s, man. Come on, man. Shoot. There's nobody, like, turf, I get it. You run fast, man. It's like what we believe when we were playing hide and go seek. You take your shoes off at night and you playing hide and go seek. Everybody thought that they run faster at night, right? Everybody thought that in Mississippi. But at the end of the day, we all know, man, ain't nobody on this doggone earth will say, man, let me land on some turf versus land on some natural grass, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's no fella in the chat that's going to choose a BBL over natural ass. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oh, come on, Jerry. Come on, man. Let me get off of this subject. But y'all give me what I'm saying. Ain't, say it with me. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
I'm not going to comment.
All right, this is Jerry Jones with a signature Jerry Jones response when asked about officials using replay more going forward. Yeah, Overkill says run faster barefoot. I'm gonna let him make it, Bernie. Benny, I'm gonna let him make it.
On anything to do with that because it could be viewed as negotiation. So I'm going to be real simple. Yes. Good question.
How confident are you? How confident are you in the replay apparatus and what needs to happen there to?
This brother said apparatus, boy. Hey, that's somebody new. I didn't hear them words before. Who's that speaking right there? The replay apparatus.
How confident are you in the replay apparatus and what needs
to
happen
Calvin?
To improve that aspect of the process?
Yeah. If you look at some of the technology that has evolved and some of the practical use of that technology, then you'd feel pretty good about improving the accuracy of calls using the technology we have available today. And so while we all know we're looking to the future, we have to look at what's happened in the past. But some of this technology is really impressive. Consequently, I have a lot of, for our game in general, I'm talking about official, but I have a lot of hope for improving the entertainment value and, if you will, the accuracy involved when it comes to somebody making a judgment. I think we're in for some great future days of getting better all the way around. And we all think we can do a great job of zeroing in and training and looking for nuances to help the decision making regarding the calls on the field. We all think that. Everybody's been striving, that's nothing new, to try to get better. But it's our job to put the incentives into place and demands in place to get better.
No doubt, man. That's Jerry Wayne and things, man. Did somebody say there's an update on we moving money around? Let's see. Did we move any money around on the apparatus? That was Calvin Watkins, by the way. Let me see if I can find this right quick. Okay, Kenny Clark. The apparatus, man. Okay, he got another one up here, right here. Boom. Okay, Jerry Jones spoke out on George Pickens now. All right, so let me get back here and go here. And let me pull up the apparatus, man. That's the word of the hour, the apparatus. Okay, so this is Cowboys Jerry Jones when asked about if he anticipates trying to get a long-term deal done with George Pickens before July the 15th franchise tag deadline. Boy, July seems a long way from here. Let's listen to Jerry on this topic, and let's see what the apparatus will be about.
I don't know. The franchise tag has an automatic time frame on it, and all of us will, and it's my plan and our thought that we'll all be working within the time frame of the conditions of the franchise tag. So it should play itself out, is the best way for me to say it. Make no mistake about it, we have long-term plans.
That doggone Jerry boy, he done got the Cowboys hairline, didn't he? hey, boy, gotta let it go, man. You got the Stephen A going, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Now I got Tyrone and them. They can fool around and put a taper fade on it and have you really with the, yeah, with the C's, man. Get the C. Let me leave Jerry alone.
Of mine for Pickens. I don't know. The franchise tag has a.
Man, you supposed to know everything about that franchise tag. Speaking of tag, I got my guy from the 530. You've been waiting patiently. AJ, man, G, you live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, can you hear me well?
Hey, man, I can hear you well. Yeah.
I just got one good serious question for all the fans out there. Who the hell is going to be our green dot linebacker? Like, who?
Right now, if we play a game tomorrow, right, it will have to be Overshown, if I'm not mistaken.
Does he got the mindset for that? Like, is he that type? Or is he more just a see ball, go get ball?
He's more of an outside, but I've seen him play middle. I think he played a Costco sample size in the middle with Zimmer, so I think it will be him. Yeah.
I think Shamar James would be better at middle than him, but honestly, I'd rather have somebody that's already played there before.
Yes, James is he's still raw in my opinion, and if I see him at the mic, I'm shooting the ball in the middle of the field, all day. I'm doing two-way goals, I'm doing stutter steps, I'm doing hitches and comebacks until he stop it. I know he's good out in space, but you need somebody that's a little bit more, go get it type of guy. Now, I'm not putting that against because we've seen second-year jumps before, but it would be Overshown in my opinion. I would trust him the most. And if the Cowboys were wise and smart, if they were to say, okay, they should have developed Mears Learfowl at that spot, but that's a whole nother conversation.
And which rookie do you think could step in and be a green dot, if any?
Rookie, if we draft this year, or are you talking about?
Yeah, like a Rodriguez or Allen, or
I think CJ will be plug and play. Rodriguez will be a great piece if you add and infuse him in with a veteran guy. Because I don't want what I want Rodriguez to do is just be playing. I don't want him play freely. I wouldn't want him to be orchestrating stuff year one.
So would he be a middle linebacker or would he be an outside?
Eventually a middle, but I just find a way to get him out there on the field. And unfortunately, in this multiple front defense, you're going to have multiple linebackers, two inside guys. So it's going to be a little bit different than what we're accustomed to seeing. So I don't know, man. It's wait and see. I'll give you more details as it relates to like all of that once training camp kick off.
Yeah, because I think what everybody's been saying about bringing in Wags kind of as like a mentor just for 1 or 2 years, I think that'll help a guy like Shamar James and Overshown and even Rodriguez a lot.
That would be the most plus for us type of blessing ever, man, to bring in a veteran guy like a Wags or a Brooks, to a smaller degree, Bobby Okorike if he's not picked up by anybody. But that's what I would do. I would definitely bring in a veteran guy to help. And we still need, believe it or not, we don't have a damn veteran cornerback, right? So I would figure out a way to bring in a cornerback. That's the other spot that we're missing, is a big old hole for us there.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Mm-hmm.
And in closing, Law, I just want to say, I don't know, I think we're good on defense for the most part, but I'm just worried about linebacker and pass rusher the most.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see no bona fide starters at that position right now, so
right.
I don't know.
Man, you're right on the money, man. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, AJ.
Yep, have a good one, Law. Talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. That's my guy, AJ. G. Yeah, and please don't beat me up, ladies and gentlemen, because it's just the unknown answers. Like, what scared the bejesus out of us is that last year they said, you don't need an edge rusher. We can fabricate that. We're still looking for pressures, right? We're still looking for sacks. We bottomed in sacks last season. I think we ranked 28th or 29th in sacks. So I like sacks, and I want to have a lot of them, right? So we going to have to figure out a way to get that. And fabricating it and trying to get guys who never played in that position for a full season there is not the answer. Donovan Ezeraku. In this defense, he's an outside linebacker edge guy. So he's coming off of a hip thing or lower body thing, right? So his power strength, the power speed, the power may not be there, right? Mears Leofau. Yeah, he's a heat-seeking missile, but it's going to be a little small growing pains. Only the Cowboys draft people and then don't play them immediately like that. At least get them spoonful of meaningful reps. So technically, all of us watching right now, we still don't know who Overshown is. We still don't know who Donovan Ezeraku will be, and we definitely don't know who Mears Leofau is. These are bad years of evaluating our own talent. My biggest guess would be hopefully that CP and all of the coaching staff now, by the youth, they can get their hands on these guys and elevate and train and get these guys going. That's our biggest hope, right? And that's all we got, the audacity of hope. All right, let's get Cowboy Roy, and then I got MJ, the draft expert, next, okay? Cowboy Roy from the 603. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
We have key players without knowledge. Quote, Socrates' law.
Big facts.
That's what you quoted. Man, let me tell you something. We have done a poor job at evaluating talent. And I'm going to quote CP. What did he say when he did that press conference? We're going to stop the run, get after the quarterback.
Right.
Are we confident? Are we confident that we can stop the run? I'm not so sure. I think, Mears Leofau, if we needed a green dot, he'd be the first one off the bench. I'm putting him at the green dot.
Right.
Zimmer evaluated and said how smart he was. Notre Dame guy. He's the first one off the bench if I'm looking for a green dot guy. The McCoy.
Before you go there, I would wish if we had like a D'Amico Ryans, right? Let's say we had D'Amico Ryans and Mears Leofau first year. See, D'Amico was able to look at Fred Warner, and if you look at Fred Warner and Mears Leofau, same size build almost. But what you would say to yourself, Fred Warner was drafted to be a safety. D'Amico Ryan saw linebacker. You get what I'm saying? And you can go pull up Fred Warner's podcast because my damn brother he loves some Fred Warner, and he was telling me all about it. And you can literally see like how he changed that man's career. You got a guy that can cover, hit, and got good foot speed. That's what Mears Leofau is. But now going into this year, They talking about putting him on the edge and shooting at the quarterback. I'm sitting there like, they gonna waste this daggone kid's career if he don't get it. If he can't gain these 15, 20 pounds, you better figure it out.
I know they're blowing a lot of smoke, man. They blowing a lot of smoke at this time, and to say that you won't know what's going to happen until we get to training camp.
Facts.
And I'm hoping that they don't play the Dolly Parton music at training camp. If we know there's a change if they don't play Dolly Parton at training camp. But anyway, Law. Hey, Calvin Banks and McCoy, or McCoy and that Thieneman, one of those safeties. That'd be an excellent draft. That would be an excellent draft. But I'm a big Calvin Banks, Caleb Banks fan.
Downs, or you talking about the Ohio State?
Downs. I like Downs.
McDonald.
I like Downs, and the big D tackle from Florida, who broke his foot, but that still wouldn't preclude me from drafting him as well. Because
Caleb Banks. Okay.
Yeah, Caleb Banks. Yeah, Caleb Banks. Yeah. I definitely would want to.
Where you think he gonna fall to? Where you think Caleb gonna fall to?
I don't think he gets past he's going in the first round. He's going in the first round.
He gonna see.
I just don't know how far. Yeah, he's a first round pick.
What about where are you with McDonald though from Ohio State?
He's all right. He's a plugger, but I mean. Yeah, he's a plugger. I mean, he's just like what we just signed in Bullock, you know. Yeah, I mean, if that's you want to load the chamber, have one in the chamber to go when Bullock is done. Yeah, I can see drafting him. Yeah, but I'm kind of like I like my defensive lineman a little taller. I don't like undersized defensive linemen. I really don't. I despise that.
Yeah,
I mean, I despise that, man. Undersized defensive linemen and undersized cornerbacks, I despise, because this is a big man's game. It's not a little man's game. I remember Parcells saying, "Hey, look, that's why you lift all them weights." You know,
you took it way back.
If you want, go play basketball. You're a little guy, go play basketball. You know, but this is a big man's game.
Yeah, and Caleb is definitely 6 foot.
Yeah.
7 almost.
You know,
6 big boy.
Yeah. Hey, Law, I wanted to ask you about that kid. I want to ask you one more question about that kid out of Mississippi who's like 6'8", 6'9", but he had off-field problems. D tackle. He's out of Mississippi.
Harris kid?
Yeah, I think that's his name. He's like 6'8", 6'9", defensive tackle.
Xavier Harris, yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever keep up with him, or since you're from Mississippi?
I haven't really did a deep dive, but I only saw like a few clips of him when I was looking at somebody else on that team. He's a big boy. He's every bit of. Now that's a luxury pick down the stretch. I wouldn't mind doing that like one of them later rounds and just shooting a shot in the dark, because think about it. There's passing lanes in 3-4 defense, right? That you got to clog also. And I know you play ball, so it's like he's 6'8", 332, 335, maybe 340.
Right.
And he got good productivity, he moves stuff out the way. Hey, if you can get a plug like that down the stretch, shoot, come on, man.
Yeah. But I like Christian. I like the hire, man. But I just pray, man, they didn't I'm not trying to set him up to fail, because Stephen Jones with his cheapness and Will McClay, they can definitely set you up to fail, man. So I just pray that let the young man shop, get his groceries, go shop. I got a meal I'm trying to prepare, and y'all not let me shop for my own groceries. I'd walk out that kitchen. Give me 2 years and I'm walking out that kitchen. I can't even shop for my own groceries. I'm trying to make a meal here. Some red beans and rice, some etouffees.
The egg touffee, man. Sure.
Some shrimp etouffee, man. Y'all messing me up, man.
Give me some catfish too on mine, though. Give me some Mississippi catfish, man. My egg touffee, man. And the shrimp egg touffee.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you for calling in.
Well, good talking to you, man. But you definitely. I don't know if you was trying to send something under the cover when you said yeah, we got key players and key positions that don't have knowledge, man. All right, what is Law really trying to say? And I just want the intel.
Yeah, man. You own it, Cowboy. Roy, man, appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right,
champ.
man.
Yes,
All right, man.
Yes, indeed. Hell yeah, he owned it, boy. He even threw my Mississippi guy in there. He's more of like a late third, maybe an early fourth rounder. But being 6'8", he play okay with pad levels too. He may catch an interception. But being 6'8", 340 pounds, that's a monster. But y'all look him up, man. You know, Mississippi boys. We'll see what he can do, man. But I would pick him. I'll take a flight. Do we have a 5th round draft pick? If he falls to the 5th, I'm running to the table and getting that big boy and saying, okay, we're going to clog the passing lanes. Time it right, 6'8", get your hands up. Penetrate, get your hands up. And if I'm a linebacker, I'm running right behind that, and I'm stomping. That's what we fail to do, man. As a linebacker, see hole, hit hole. Don't play around with a hole. If you know that this is run play, go in there. For so many years, we've been having these damn pretty boys as linebackers that don't want to fit. They don't want to fit, you know. So the moment we do get them, then now we putting them at the edge and stuff like that, and we talking bad about him because he's too aggressive. That's what that's the strangest thing. I know this show is going way over time. I supposed to have been gone an hour ago, but I love y'all. I know y'all love me too sometimes. But we need that though. War, we definitely need that. I got MJ, man, from the 206. I know he been doing the scoutings on the big boys. Big boys are back. Well, fat boys are back. What's good with you, boy?
Law, what's up?
What's good with you, man?
Hey, man, I'm just listening to y'all. Man, what day is it? Is it March?
The last day of it, man. The first of the month. Rent due tomorrow.
Come on, man. We gotta come on, please.
Somebody send me some rent money, man. Somebody please send me about $100, man. Somebody, I know y'all got it.
Yeah.
I need some money on. I got overhead. Come on, with it.
Man, this is March, man. Stop panicking. God damn. These guys ain't even hit the field.
Yep.
There's gonna be some first rounders that's bust. Look how long it took the guy that we took over the what's the linebacker that y'all wanted that the Redskins finally signed? Y'all wanted him over CeeDee Lamb or something like that? And who became the All-Pro? CeeDee Lamb.
You talking about
We didn't pick him. Come on, man. Y'all got to get out of this.
K. Levon, right?
Yeah.
LSU kid.
Come on, man.
Kid.
Yeah. Now he played for the Redskins. Now he finally getting to his rhythm because they playing him. They probably paying him the right way.
But he just got there. Now he just got there. Now he coming off of playing for the Patriots. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
It took him 3 years. Now, this is his 4th year.
A late bloomer.
Come on, man. We gotta stop worrying about who this, who that. Look.
Said they're gonna beat them Saints. Come on with it.
Yeah. Look at the Rams. Wide receiver, 5th round pick, 1,500 yards. Puka
in there.
He better than the guys that got dropped in the 1st round. Come on, Cowboy Nation. You guys got to stop looking at these picks. I know it look good. Oh, this guy going to be good. Downs. We don't know what they're going to do. Man, stop it, man. Let them get on the field. Let them play. Because you got to remember, the players I watch is a guy that came from a sorry college team, and he played, and he didn't have no talent in front of him, but he played good. Instead of the guy that got all the talent in the world, and y'all think he our world, but can he do that with a team that can't have a sorry team and he's playing? You see what I'm saying, Law? Let's switch him up. Let's put Downs with somebody that's New Mexico State or somewhere, where he ain't got no talent in front of him.
Yeah.
And then put that linebacker that y'all think that might not be that good, put him with Ohio State and see what happens.
Yeah.
You see where I'm getting at?
Yeah.
So we got to get out of this, man. Let's see what the guys do, and then you can decide, okay, yeah. Like Big Mozzie looked good in the tape in Michigan when I seen him. Plus, okay, he plug and hold. But then when he got in the NFL, what happened? You see what I'm saying, Law? So we got to get out of this foolishness thinking these guys, it's all that. I want to see what they do when I go to the camp. You'll be there long. And then when they get in the preseason, is they getting torched or can they think? That's why this guy, the Cowboy, and I don't agree with the last caller. The Dallas D-line was already good. They just had bad coach and bad scheme. Now with this scheme, with them two big dogs we got in the front, with the new big boy from the Chargers that started nose guard for the Chargers, that nose guard for us might become an all-pro because of Williams and our other dog. So y'all don't be thinking, man. And I'm gonna tell you, my boy is gonna get over 10 sacks. See, I'm gonna say it again. I listened to everybody last year was bragging when Micah Parsons went over there to Green Bay. They said, "Oh man, they got what's the boy we got now from Green Bay?
Clark."
Oh yeah. Oh no, not Clark, the linebacker.
Say Rashawn Gary.
Yes, Rashawn Gary. I had everybody in the world was saying, "Oh man, that dynamic dude, you can't block Gary, you can't block Parsons." Oh my God, that's all I heard. And it was bragging. Everybody was bragging. Now all of a sudden we get him. He's a piece of shit. Well, you can't make this stuff up. I never seen the Cowboy fans fall for it. Oh man, Gary, man, go watch the damn tape. They can't run on him. He was getting pressure every time.
It's an evil world
now,
we live in.
He's in the right scheme. He's in the right scheme. Now watch what he do. I say he's gonna get over 10 sacks easy, because that middle gonna get that pressure. And I'm saying, he marked that down.
No doubt, man.
I said it's gonna be 13 sacks. Get that long.
Come on with it.
To it.
You gonna stick to it, but no. Let me add this to it now, my brother. You just said, you just declared and decreed from your mouth that all of a sudden Donovan Azaraku is going to get 10. Amen. And Rashawn Garrett is going to get 13. That's 23 sacks.
I said Rocco between 8 and 10.
Say his name again. Just say his name. Say his name. Come on now. What he's going to get?
8 or 10. Because you know why? I seen something. And Lord, you saw this.
Yeah.
They kept making the guy run right into the guard chest. And when I seen him in college, he never did that. All of a sudden, he get to the Cowboys and running right to the guy's chest.
Oh, yeah. Come on with it, man.
I was like, what kind of... now, if you watching tape, and I know you watch tape, Lord, you saw that too. I said, something's not right. They make 41 run right into the dude's chest.
In closing, my brother. In closing.
Cowboy Nation, please, let me see it again.
Say it again.
Please stop coming on this show crying like we got the best D-line in the NFL.
We the best, baby. We the best, baby. Appreciate you so much.
And only thing you're missing is the middle linebacker. You got all the way to the camp, cuts, everything. Your back end is covered now with good coaching. Stop panicking, man. Please stop crying, panicking. Wait till April, September, then you can come over here and cuss MJ out. MJ, you told me. But right now, chill, man. It's not that hard. Let me tell you after the drink.
No doubt, man. That's MJ, man. Let me hear you say it.
How about them Cowboys? Shout out to Loud Nation and Cowboys. You gotta play that song. Play it long. The Cry Baby. Play the cry. Play it. Thank you.
All right, that's the mighty MJ. Watch out, baby. Yes, indeed. That's the Marv Report, man. Amen. Like, I got one rebuttal. I didn't want to do it while he was on the phone. I want to respect my elder, Minister MJ. Verily, verily, I say unto all of you all that was watching, my rule of thumb, if you can't get tackles for loss while you in college in the collegiate side, and you can't get sacks while you in college on the collegiate side, And then we got to go in and start explaining, like, well, he's a gap fitter, he's a tone setter, and these sorts of things. And he get here, and not only he goes from 360, because we thought that we was getting a 360-pound guy. He ended up being 320. And then before the season end, he ended up being my damn size almost, man. That joker, Mozzie, got down to being 280. Ozempic started doing research on him and saying, hey, what could we do to have this to happen to people, right? Lizzo wanted to take the Mozzie diet, you're right? But we were saying, basically, with Mozzie, because there was a strong fight about that, he wore 58 in college. I vividly said, if we're going to pick a big boy like that, pick him with the 58 pick, because I remember we had the second round draft pick 58. But I would not squeeze off on a first round pick for Mozzie because his productivity don't speak first round value, right? Now, he was the strongest man in the building. I mean, he can bench press 1,000,000 pounds and all of this stuff. But remember, I used to say, well, Bolo Young or whoever said brick don't hit back. The weights ain't hitting back, and it's going to take him a while to get out of that Kirby body and to get into a grown man body. And we were saying size matter, right? But you just can't all of a sudden be like we want an Incredible Hulk. We didn't want the Banner kid. We didn't want the guy with the glasses and stuff. And then Mozzie never even had that mean streak on getting mad at some folks, man. We wanted to see it one time. But I'm going to read out these productivities. In college, his first season, he sat on the bench. His second season, he had 1 tackle for loss. That was on his stat sheet. His third season, he had 3 tackles for loss, and that's about it. And then his fourth season, into the national, well, in the collegiate league, this was his final season. He had 48 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and I had to cough a little bit, and not a full sack. He had a half of a sack, a 0.5. Like, you couldn't give me a zip. You couldn't give me a quarter. You couldn't give me a, oops, I'm talking wrong. All right, so it is what it, let me pull it up. So he finished his college career with 88 total tackles, 39 solos, 7 tackles for loss, and a 0.5. A 0.5. A 0.5. And he's supposed to come to the Cowboys and live in the backfield. This alone would tell you that he would never been the type of person that should have been drafted in the first round. No offense to Mozzie, though, by the way. But you can't at least be in the backfield enough to just fall on a guy to get another 0.5? At least get 1 sack in your college career. Meaning that if I go through this, there's somebody right now. There's somebody right now that played football in college. There's somebody right now, if you played football in college and you recorded 1 sack, you done did more than Mozzie did in 4 years at Michigan. Put a 1 in the chat if you played football in college and you at least got 1 freaking sack. There's some people that got 7 tackles for losses in 1 game. This man in his entire career at Michigan, entirety of his career, got 7 tackles for loss, and he was drafted in the first round. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all got a son, just get him to be as fat as 330 pounds and put him in Michigan, and maybe, just maybe, you can get drafted by the Cowboys in the first round. Come on, man. Seabass said he didn't play defense, but he played offense and probably got 1 sack. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Yeah, JJ, McCarthy, Mozzie, Schoonmaker, Cowboys, Vikings got shafted. You know, they did. But I'm just saying, like, I get and then the craziest thing about it, I think that for whatever it was that year, for the Cowboys to come off of the year that they had previously, and I'm only saying this, that not only did they went and drafted Mozzie in the first round, you know what I'm saying? The Dallas Cowboys decided to go back to Michigan in the second round and went and drafted a Luke Schoonmaker. Like, come on, man. I think Schoonmaker is the only person alive from that draft. Is he? And that's 2023. It's just how crazy it is. And like, I can't make this stuff up. Okay, Overshown is the last standing leg. No pun intended to his injury. But don't y'all know how trash this draft is? And I hate to say the word trash, but it is for what it is at this point. Que sera, right? Mozzie, Schoon, Overshown is the last hope. This was just last week, basically. This draft felt like it was last week. Awesome got cut. Fioco is an Uber Lyft guy or Uber driver guy. Eric Scott, he worked at Costco's now. Deuce Vaughn, he got a dispensary in Denver now. Jalen Brooks, man, he tried to change his last name to Moreau. Like, it's crazy. Like, this draft here is one of the reasons why I'm saying F them picks. Oh my gosh, man. And we would still have I hope Schoon drop it. I hope Schoon just go crazy this year. But what are the odds of that? He's the third oldest guy on the team. It's like him and Dak Prescott went to school together. You know, Schoon is an old maker, man. Schoon is literally, we drafted Schoonmaker here like 26, 27, you know. So my hope is that let's not go back to this draft and let's stop saying, well, the Cowboys are a real good draft team. Look, let's stop saying that right now until we get better results, man. But this whole draft, you can throw that whole thing away, man. I got from the 979, but when I held that 9, all I could see was my mama's eye. What's good with you, man?
Man, what's going down with you, Lo?
Yeah.
Man, who wanted Mozzie? Do you know, or do you have maybe like a hunch or idea who wanted him? Like the Cowboys organization?
Well, nobody from the Cowboys organization, but I can tell you somebody who fought the good fight, and he was fighting every day, day in and day out. My guy Corey, he fought and he fought and he fought. If I got Corey was breaking down film, and then Corey picked the wrong battle too. That's my guy, but he was battling the Eagle guys, Jordan Davis versus Mozzie, Jalen Carter versus Mozzie. I was sitting like, Lord, hey, I've been waved the white flag on.
Man, dude, like a half a sack, 4 years in college. How was he even drafted in general, man? Like, that's crazy. Half of a sack and 3 tackles for loss. It's like you said, man, it's dudes that's getting 3 tackles for losses in a quarter.
Yeah, in a quarter, yeah.
Man, I'm like, God dang, man. Like, that's crazy to me, man. And it's like you're saying, people swear up and down the Cowboys be drafting good. No, they don't, man. They do not draft good. I've been team to get them picks for the last, man, I can't tell you how many times I've been like, I had to channel my inner toxic Tom without cussing, but like, man, with them picks, man. Like, but in all seriousness, my thought process is that I figure that teams that are supposed to be in win now mode, they're not concerned about draft picks.
Facts.
At least that's just how I feel. You know,
yeah.
I feel that the Rams that year they won, that was like the true definition, in my opinion, of going all in.
Yeah.
You know, they got Ramsey. I think they got Matthew Stafford the year before, and then but the year that they won, they got Von Miller, they got they got Odell and stuff. You know, they literally went all in, and obviously it worked for them. You know, so that's what I call all in, man. Like I just know that Jerry and Steven, they don't have that kind of mindset.
Right.
I know you just talked about supposed rumblings of Jordan Brooks. I'd give up that 3rd round pick for Jordan Brooks. I mean, you got a dude that's had over 100 tackles the last, I think, 4 or 5 seasons, had dang near 200 tackles, 100 of them were solo.
Right.
I mean, why wouldn't you want something like that, man? Like, man, that 3rd round pick can go bye-bye, you know? So
yeah, you can say
and
now that you
man.
mention it though, like I know it's the year 2026, but we fresh into this year. If you really contextualize it, that was only 2 years ago. This whole draft class is gone within 2 years. Thanos snap. Like you got Marvion Overshawn. So that's why I want to tell people, like, I love my draft people, man. I love what they do. But I do surface level draft talk because the only reason being is I don't want to be deep diving into these draft picks and then they go to the Vikings or they go to the damn Washington team or some other team like the Seattle Seahawks. And we know all about them guys, which I'm not trying to tell people don't talk draft all day. But this is a prime example that in 2023, there's not a soul that will say, hey, man, F these draft picks. We draft well because based off of what we did in 2022 and beyond. So if we were to, let's say, for example, how better would we be if we just throw away the whole entire draft class in 2023 and use those picks for a goddamn like a Myles Garrett. Let's say you gave Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is worth more than the 2023 and as well as pieces of the 2024 draft class. To a point. Now, its value probably I ain't gonna do 2024 like that. But we might can do 2020. 2025 is not looking as well outside of Tyler Booker, though. You know, if Siobhan Revel and Ezraku don't stand tall, boy, it's going to be the same thing. So I'm just trying to win now, man. Give me.
Yeah, man. Siobhan got to take that brace off in order for me to have any kind of faith in him, man. That's no disrespect to the dude, man. But like, I just can't envision a cornerback with a brace on, man, and him thinking, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Like, bro, no, you're not. You're not fine, dude. Now, Rod McCoy, I might be having second thoughts on him because he's technically 2 years removed from his ACL injury. So, but that still makes me slightly nervous, you know, with that because, you know, like we know how Jerry and them do. It's the ACL boys, you know. So, I mean, but, you know, he has all the tangibles. I'm going to use the word. Yeah, he's got everything that you would want out of a cornerback. So, I mean, if they get him, you know, I wouldn't be mad at it, you know. But I'm the same way you when it comes to draft, man. I try not to talk draft too much, man, because all you guys talk the possibility of them coming and they end up going somewhere else, you know. So,
or what happened is, and that's what I would love to see. I'd love for us to go back to the 2023 draft talks and listen to all of the draft shows then, you know what I'm saying, to see where people were thinking. Now, here's the other part of it, though. We know it's a crap shot, right? And we know how all of this stuff can go. It depends. Like, a lot of factors were involved with Mozzie. I'm not saying that he's like a scum of the earth, but if you don't have a proper plan when you're getting people like that, then you see these type of things, because anytime you're getting a defensive tackle in the first round, you got to match and marry him up with someone else.
Yeah, of course, 100%, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, just like I said, they brought him in and they didn't think to put other guys, like, around him. Just like the same thing with, I know a lot of us don't like to bring up MP, but I mean, they looked at him as the end-all, be-all, didn't think to pair him up with somebody else, man. Like, just think if we had MP and Quinn Williams here, man, we'd be, you know what I'm saying? I still think we need something else, but that would have been cool, man. But, you know, folks don't think that way, man. So, you know, but I hope, you know, man, I want to hope that I could be wrong and, you know, they pull the trigger on a Jordan Brooks type of thing, man, because boost this team up a lot, man, because they're definitely missing a linebacker, man. Like, we can't put all our eggs in that basket when it comes to Overshawn, because he can't stay healthy. And man, I can't, like, I think I spoke about this before, man. I can't see another Kenneth Murray sighting, man. Or like, if I do that, man, he's gonna be certified crash out, man.
No doubt, man.
So, well, appreciate you, man, as always, man. If you let me get a chance to speak.
No doubt, man. You don't got the little ones with you now, man?
Oh no, they surprisingly quiet right now, man.
What?
Like, I got the little girl. She watching somebody called Danny Go. Don't know who that is. I just picked up little man. So I mean, they ain't out here crashing out in the back seat yet, man. But thankfully, every time I call, one of them start yelling and speaking Spanish and jumping on top of the couches, man. Know what I'm saying? So, but we good right now. We good.
Man, that's good, man. That's dope, man. Appreciate you for calling in, fam.
Yes, sir, man. God bless you, man. You have a good day, Lo.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you, man. It's DP, man. When I tried, but when I held that 9, all I can see were my mama's eyes, But in actuality, this is just my thoughts. I'm not going to bash a player when they get here. We're going to talk positive about what they can do. And if they can't make those necessary adjustments, then we just do what we need to do, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the reality of it. I like the draft, but at the end of the day, I'm not in love with the draft. Like and love are two different things, right? They may be related, but they look different. When you like something, you're going to play around with it just a little bit, but when you love it, you're going to be all in it. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. With that being said, I got down to my
The conference has been locked.
last 2 callers. Do y'all want to hear from the 832 first or the 202? Which one? Y'all put it down in the chat. Let's see who's going to go first. While that's happening there, Cowboys, let's figure out a way, man, to be on the side of things for drafting for pieces that can help you win now. Here's the thing. The Cowboys, when you think about the draft, technically, you only have about 1 to maybe 2 starters out of every draft. You got to go into this draft. If you can get 3 starters, you're lucky. If you get 4 starters, you're a bad team. If you get 4 starters, I'm talking about year 1. Now, maybe year 4, year 5, then these guys turn into starters, then that's a good situation. So out of this draft now, 1 or 2 starters. Everybody else rotates in, and there's nothing wrong coming off the bench and doing that thing. All right, so y'all said the 832. Okay, 832. H-Town, get down. Man, what's good with you, man? Russell. Sierra. I guess, man, the 202 going to be who's new. From the 202, you're live on the Nation, my guy. Talk to me.
What's going on? You feeling today?
Not much, man.
I bet. So, after Jamal McCoy.
Oh, where you at, man?
I want him at 12. And hit me out, Cowboys.
Where you at?
Give me KO.
Yeah, where you at, dog? Man, boy, I can hear you better now.
Yeah, my bad. I was saying, Jamal McCoy at 12, since he ran today, he had a good run. Get him at 12, 100%, right? And at the 20th spot, get Keon Sadiq. Come on. How you feel about that? Talk to me.
So you said with the first pick, you picked Jamad, right?
Yep.
And then with the second pick, you picked Kenyon Sadiq.
Kenyon Sadiq.
Man, that's a lot of offense, man, that you're gonna have, and then you still short up your defense with Jamad just by having a guy that can probably grow into something special. My thing is now with that. Okay, hold on. Oh man.
Because at the third, because we still got the third round pick. We got the 92nd pick, right? It's just like I said before, Law. It's just unrealistic for the Cowboys to go twice. Like I just can't see that. I cannot see Jerry Jones. I know we got a whole new coaching staff. I know we got what's his name, Christian Parker. I understand all that, but it's just unrealistic, Law, for us to go twice for defense. I would be genuinely shocked if we was to go twice in defense in the first round. I'm telling you right now, Law. We all heard what Shotty said. He said if a good offensive player is on the board, we're not passing up on him. And I agree. Why pass up on paying off Sadiq at 20? I'm just not doing it. I'm not passing up on a guy like him at 20. I'm sorry, Law. Now at 12.
No. Let me just change your mind from this aspect of it. What happened if you just pick up David and Njoku, and then you trade Ferguson away from somebody, like trade him over to Pittsburgh, and then you roll out with, because they gonna like Schoonmaker. You keep Schoonmaker, Brevin Spanford, and David Njoku, and then you keep that draft pick, and you just develop your defense.
I don't know. How old is David? Any like 28? Right?
No, but shoot, I don't give a dog how old he is. He got that. But I got an emergency meeting at 3:30. My bad, bro. I had to run off the phone, man. But I appreciate you calling in, Chief. Oh, I forgot about this meeting. It's supposed to be at 3:00, man. I got Ron.
Goodbye.
I appreciate y'all, man, so much, man. I love y'all to the skies and back, man. I got to run like OJ the first time when he was doing the Hertz commercials. But I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Oh, love y'all, man. Cowboys way up. Hey, Jerry, hold on. I'm finna come jump on the phone with you now, Jerry. Appreciate y'all. One